It looks like they'll match up with Memphis tonight, after they get a dub tonight. They do beat Minnesota, but other than that, they'll go Memphis and have Golden State the second round. So it won't be easy, but they do have a great chance of winning.
I don't think the chance is great. I mean, I give them respect where it's due. They're the best team since the trade in the Western Conference. I'll give them credit for that. I think that AD's an absolute stud, and we all know LeBron is that dude. I get all of that. I just think people are sleeping on Memphis.
And yes, it's time for the Memphis Grizzlies to wake up the rest of the NBA. Today being the start of the 2023 NBA playoffs for your Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have an opportunity to show what they have been building in Memphis. And we're going to call this little series that's going to run through the playoffs, The Miracle on the Mississippi. And this is episode 1, and we're just going to do like a little hype video on this first game. As you can see, I will be at the game today in Memphis at the FedEx Forum because I had to bear witness to the first time one of the greatest players to ever play this game, LeBron James, will be in Memphis for a playoff game. Yes, it is a big deal, whether you like LeBron or not. Whether you're a Grizzlies fan or not. For the NBA, this is a big deal. This is a chance for the old school to be taken down by the new school. It reminds me of that little scene in Stomp the Yard where the old school steppers go against the new school steppers and they try to show them. But eventually, the new school always wins out because Father Time is undefeated. So today, we hope, or this series and this playoffs, we hope that this is the day that the new school overcomes the old school. Because LeBron and Anthony Davis were celebrating a championship inside the Orlando bubble, where the Grizzlies were eliminated from the first NBA play-in game. And since that time, the Grizzlies have been on a trajectory going upward, and the Lakers have kindly been on a trajectory going downward. And now they meet in the middle, where both of them have been two of the better teams in the Western Conference since the trade deadline. Both of them the Lakers making a major addition to their roster by dealing Russell Westbrook and bringing in Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, and D'Angelo. But the Grizzlies added a former Los Angeles native or Los Angeles resident, Luke Kennard, and that seems to have opened up the offense for the Grizzlies. So while the Lakers have become more defensive after the All-Star break, the Grizzlies have become more offensive after the All-Star break. And it seems that the rest of the NBA hasn't caught up to the fact that the Grizzlies have been having a functional half-court offense since the All-Star break. And there's a lot of different factors for that. One of the factors is the addition of Luke Kennard to provide additional spacing, especially during the times when Desmond Bane is not on the court. A second factor is the emergence of Jaren Jackson as a viable offensive threat, not only in the post, but also off the dribble and from three. And I will go ahead and say this, as much as it pains me to say it, is the other factor is the two Grizzlies that couldn't shoot, Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, are no longer getting minutes. Now, it hurts you in other areas, mainly rebounding, mainly athleticism, and mainly size. These three areas, rebounding, athleticism, and size, are going to be something the Grizzlies have to overcome, and they're going to have to overcome it with their offense. So we're going to see if they can do it today. The FedEx Forum should be jam-packed with Grizzlies fans. Hopefully, we don't hear a lot from Los Angeles Lakers fans. I loved what I saw in Sacramento last night. Their arena was full of Kings fans, and you couldn't even hear anything from the Warriors fans that were in attendance. So this miracle on the Mississippi begins today, this afternoon, at 2 o'clock local time. The game will be on ABC. I don't know who's calling it. There will be no local broadcast, so you will not get Pete and Brevin. But you have to believe that the Grizzlies are going to get this first Game 1 victory. Last year, they struggled with that. They were always behind the 8 ball. Against Minnesota, they lost Game 1. Against the Warriors, they lost Game 1. It is time for them to show their maturity and show where they are headed during this playoff run and capture Game 1 to go up 1-0 on LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Los Angeles Lakers.